Welcome back to Late Night. My thanks to Will Forte, Michael Simon, Vanessa Bayer, Jason Sudeikis, and as always, Fred Armisen and the HG Band. Carson Daly is up next. But first, to conclude tonight's episode, an in-depth discussion of this evening's sketch, which we are calling After Genjamin. For those of you at home, feel free to go online to see the rest of this segment. We expect it won't last longer than 8 hours. Vanessa Bayer had to leave because a Hollywood producer saw her in tonight's sketch and offered her a 100-picture movie deal. So, Will, let's start. Do you feel satisfied having finally performed Genjamin Franklin for an audience?
Did Herman Melville feel satisfied when he finally did Moby Dick for the first time? They staged it many times. Did Ernest Hemingway get the same satisfaction from staging The Sun Also Rises? Did Tom Clancy love Hunt for Red October? I mean, the question. It's more a question and a question, you know.
Yes.
It's more about a life philosophy. I mean, yeah, it was all right. It was good. It was great. It was fine.
Right.
It's more like, how can we make ourselves better as people? How can we learn from this situation tonight?
Gotcha.
And that's what I'm happy about. I felt like we were teaching people.
Gotcha.
We weren't like showing a sketch. We were teaching people. We were growing, and you know, this is a template for
what's next for anything. Yeah.
Thank you.
Jason, you inhabited a role.
Yeah.
Yes, give it up. But so many had grappled with and had not quite wrestled to the ground. Jonah Hill, Ashton Kutcher, Brian Williams. What was your approach to this character?
You know, I just sort of, Will wrote a beautiful letter. And we usually text, but when someone writes a letter now, I don't know about you guys, I don't want to speak for you, but I freak out. I get scared first. Yeah. And I assume the worst.
Yeah,
you know.
anthrax.
Anthrax, exactly. But I read it, it was very well written. It was incredibly concise. It's like, I'll see you here, or I'll cut off your dick. And
that's great.
And I didn't want to, you know, say goodbye to my dick yet. So it was like, so here I was, and I tried to not watch the other versions of it. You know, I know it was easy because we don't videotape table reads.
Right.
So there was nothing to watch anyway.
Never been on film
Never been
before,
on film.
yeah.
Never been filmed. And yeah, it was just a matter of just diving in and just saying the words written on the cue cards and you know, not fake laughing in order to bring it home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fred, you and Vanessa probably had the hardest part in this sketch.
Agreed.
Because you played a couple who took quite a journey. You had met Genjamin, you seemed pretty into her. You were gonna have a three-way with her, but then you decided you wanted to meet your friend. And then in the course of really only a few minutes, you became repulsed by Genjamin. It was a roller coaster, really. How do you approach that sort of scene?
We saw ourselves as little tiny soldiers. You know what I mean? Like, this is for Genjamin. So it was our duty, therefore, to leave. We exited at the end. That was our job. Mm-hmm. And we are just wheels for his truck.
Now, Will, I can't help but notice that you still have both lipstick and eyeshadow on. What point of tonight will that come off?
I don't think it comes off tonight. I wait until time and the elements strip it away gradually from me.
That's great.
As a showering man, it probably will be tomorrow.
That is, a character doesn't disappear, it erodes.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, Jason, you've been on the show. We've talked about your own participation in Second Chance Theater.
Yeah.
Juggling lessons. Can we get this? Can we do this?
I mean, I think so. I think so, yeah. It's just a matter of getting all the props.
Yeah.
which is pretty. Most of the stuff, Amazon Prime is really
Yeah.
helpful.
No, I think we'll know where to find
We'll
it.
find stuff. Yeah,
We'll get the docs,
and
yeah.
I mean that'll be about it.
Lessons,
But I think it's like when you see this take off the way it is, like the first hot air balloon ride. Everybody's like, oh, this is going to be a disaster. It's going to light on fire. Everybody's going to die. That
Yeah.
basket is going to go up like tissue paper, and then it doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, I think it did. I think the first
That
one
first
did.
one did.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
first one did. That's right. The first one did. But the second one, once they're kind of like, hey, let's not make this basket out of tissue paper. It's like that. I'm like, okay, I want to be the second, technically the third
Right.
one. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
I'd be
And Fred,
flattered.
do you have any second chancers in your?
Yeah, I think Rooftop.
Oh yeah, Rooftop.
wow, yeah.
With Joe Kelly wrote it.
Yeah, and with Jason.
And
Yeah,
Jason.
yeah.
Rooftop. I'd forgotten about Rooftop and All Time
Yeah.
Great, so that we'll slot that as well. We're going to open it up to our audience now. If any of you have questions for Benjamin Franklin, there's a woman on the aisle here. We're going to bring you a microphone, and if you could just stand for us.
You
Thank
do not
so-
get to keep the microphone.
You do not. Thank you very much.
I'm curious, Will, what was the inspiration behind Benjamin Franklin?
What was the inspiration, Will?
I wanted to find a character that looked like Benjamin Franklin, but was a woman. And I went from there. I spit, it's just like that.
That's great. Anyone else?
I honestly don't remember. I don't.
Yes, a second row over here. First row, 2 seats in. Yes, coming.
Hi, I was just curious, what is it specifically about the sketch that made you want to keep bringing it back? And like, what was your favorite part?
You saw the sketch.
What was your favorite part? What is the one specific
You know what?
thing?
It's crazy. There are some you're working your butt off every week, and it's tough. You go through a table read, something gets just no applause, or something, and you just move right on from it. But every once in a while, you'll just have something you just get stuck on. It's really weird, and there are probably things that were way better than this that I just never thought twice about. But for some reason, this little piece of crap stuck with me, and I was like,
You just couldn't flush it. It just kept finding its way back to them.
Yes, this gentleman in the second row.
Here we go.
All right. When you found out it was actually going to happen on live TV, did you think it was a practical joke, or did you just think, okay, I actually have to make this good now?
The joke is on everyone else, pretty much. The joke is I was very excited because we've talked about it so many times, and I just thought if it goes up and is a lot of fun and works really well, great. If it is horrible, great also. It's like just to get to, it's so fun to even talk about it because we're very close friends and we just have the best time even talking about it. Now we got to find something else to talk about. I know what we're gonna do.
I
but
will say there's been multiple times where we do like a MacGruber panel. We've talked about it in front of audiences before about our disagreement, and audiences at the end always just want to see it.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad that we finally pulled it off. And this was an idea. Second Chance Theater was like one of the first ideas I had when I knew I was doing the show. I was like, oh, I want to do this right away. And Benjamin was sort of top on the list. Let's see, fifth row, this woman right in the center there. Yes, there you are.
Have you written a second segment? And if you did, and it's a wedding, have you chosen a wedding gown, and what style is it?
Secret call.
that's a good question I've answered before. I have not.
Me thinks she's a wedding designer. Wedding designer.
Something frocky, for sure.
What color?
Brown. For sure.
We do have to give it up for the incredible wardrobe department.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the SNL wardrobe department.
Amazing.
And The great thing about any time you write a sketch like this is they actually, of course, look at like Benjamin Franklin photos. They want to make it look as
They're
much like
amazing.
Benjamin. Yeah.
Just every department is the top of their field. Working at Saturday Night Live was such an amazing experience to get to work with all these incredibly gifted people, and they were all, helping tonight put this together. It's just
Look,
amazing.
everybody
putting this
wanted to
bald
scratch
cap
this,
on and like lightning.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's great.
What's great is having an opportunity to see your dream come true.
My sad little dream.
Top row against the back. Yes.
Hi, my name's Hayden Smith, and I just wanted to know, do you think that the kiss adequately represented the true love story of Benjamin Franklin?
Do you know we had not even written the kiss in. We did right before, but it was never a part of this thing. So
it wasn't rehearsed or anything?
we did rehearse it once. I'm not joking. And
But that was decided about 30 minutes before you saw it. Like, what if we? They're like, ha, wait, what? We've been sold.
it wasn't should there be a kiss. It was what type of kiss. So we had to like really find that kiss through trial and error and.
But to answer your question, I think it does sort of symbolize like the relationship. It's one open mouth with another open mouth engulfing it. And
It's really a classic Who Wants It More.
yeah. And also a classic who can open their mouth wider.
Yes, second to last row right in the middle.
Will, you did an amazing job portraying Benjamin Franklin. But do you have a dream actress or actor in mind to play Benjamin in a full-length film?
First of all, you. Sadly, Sorrel Book, I believe, has passed on. I think it'd have to be Eric Stoltz then.
Thank you all so much.
Thank
I feel
you.
like that's where we should end this evening. Thank you so much
Thank you very much.
for staying with us for After Benjamin, Fred Armisen, Jason Sudeikis, and of course, the one and only Benjamin Franklin, Will Forte. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for sticking around.